Welcome back to Welsh Miniature Ball Gamer, and this is my monthly episode where I tell you what I got painted. So if you've been following any of my videos, you know that last year I set myself a resolution to paint one a day, and I did that and more. This year I'm going to take it a little bit more easy, trying to paint say 16 a month, so 4 a week. So first of all, I painted up these three Terminator Miniatures, and this one standing one, and they're kind of very basic, not really much for me to say about them. They're silver and black, you know. But this goblin is really quite a nice little miniature, and he's from one of the Saga expansions, and I really like these. They got a lot of character about them. I used quite a bit of contrast paints in most of these Saga miniatures, like these dogs, etc. I used a lot on the skin tones, etc. And I think these dogs could also be used sort of as the hounds for the mutants in Fallout, etc. Because they look kind of the same to me. But yeah, and I also used Xenophil highlighting for these, which is the first time I've ever done, and it works pretty darn well. I quite enjoyed doing that. Now, these little goblin people, or whatever they are, Snotlings, if you like, are a real pain in the arse to paint. They're so small, but yeah, I got around to doing it, and it was quite good. On the other hand, these trolls, also from Dungeon Saga, are really kind of cool. I really enjoy painting this, again, using contrast paints a lot, and of course, you know, working as them as a base and working up, really, to get a nice skin tone like this. You know, and I'm really quite pleased with this skin tone, hence I'm highlighting it here. So this is from Zombicide Black Plague, the Green Horde box. And yeah, he's a pretty cool looking dwarf, and yeah, not much really to say about him. I really like these miniatures. I think they stand up really well. So here's another one from the same box. And like I said, they're really good. I can't really say enough about them. If you do role-playing, or maybe Frostgrave, where you only need a few miniatures, they're brilliant things that you can always use in this sort of game. Plus, there's also the game of Zombicide, which is a damn good game. Again, another miniature from the same Green Horde box. I've been trying to work my way through it. Mostly normal paints. I think his cloak might have been a contrast paint, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm trying to keep my painting to a minimum for these sort of board game miniatures, but you know, like this dude, I kind of get carried away and I put extra detail in, which I don't really need to do, but they come out really well and I really like them. So the next guy is from Saga. I got one of the booster Kickstarter boxes, and it came with this guy, and he's really kind of cool. I think he's going to work really well in Stargrave, etc., you know, as a hero. The next ones are from Core Space, and I've painted these up quickly, just, you know, board game style, but I think they equally could be used in, you know, again, Star Saga, or what's the new game I just looked at, 5 Parsecs from Home. You know, I think they're going to work equally well, and these are just in the standard box of Core Space, and I'm going to have to actually have a game of that at some point because it looks really good, but I've never got the time to do it. But they paint up really nice, you know, considering they are meant to be board game miniatures and not, you know, full-fledged war game miniatures, which I don't know what that really means, but a lot of people seem to point out that they shouldn't be as good a quality as the war game stuff, but I really like these, and I think they paint up really well. They got a lot of character, might not have as much detail, but the character in them is so good that I don't really care about the detail. They've got, you know, they got a lot of character and they're telling a story, which is all I really worry about. They kind of paint themselves if they tell a story. Like this guy, he looks like, you know, an intrepid adventurer, maybe a doctor or something, you know. So yeah, you know, you can see stories just by looking at them. So that's it. I managed to paint to full 20 miniatures this month, so I'm already over what I had planned, so I'm really happy with that. So here's a few stills, but until next time, that's it, and happy wargaming. Goodbye from me, Welsh Miniature Board Gamer.